All of them are joined. 4 only. We will call them. We'll try. Yes, and
Ma'am, I sent message, ma'am, in WhatsApp, but they didn't see it, ma'am. They were
yes.
offline. They both were an offline, ma'am.
Anyway, we will. I'll call him. If possible, let him join. Okay, if it is possible, let them join. Okay, we are seeing how to write the computer programming for this beam. So when you take the beam, it is 6, 8, and 5. So once again, I'll draw it. (5 meter). So we have learned up to this one, that is how to formulate the joint coordinate. So we are given some information about the structure, that is number of members we have given, number of joints we have given Mj, number of restraints we have given, and the coordinates, that is coordinates we have given. Now we will move on to member information. Then we will talk something about the number of degrees of freedom for a joint. NDJ is just to put a line and write number of, otherwise you'll forget, number of degrees of freedom for a joint. NDJ. So in a joint, this is a beam element. So for a joint, you have 2 degrees of freedom, that is one vertical, and this is rotation is 2. So number of degrees of freedom for a joint is 2. Then total number of degrees of freedom. ND is the total number of degree of freedom. For the beam. So that is equal to ND is equal to, ND can be for how many joints are there? Or a number of joints, number 1, 2, 3, 4. So we not write 4 here. Already we have given number of joints, that is number of degrees of freedom for a joint into number of joints. So that's what I have given here. So whenever you are putting the semicolon, that will not be displayed in the workstation. So if you are removing the semicolon, then you can see the answer in the workplace, working window. That is NDJ into NJ. NDJ is, for example, NDJ, number of degree of freedom for a joint is 2. This number of joints are 4. So 8. This is what I'm talking about is the possible number of possible degrees of freedom for a joint. If you want, you write possible number of freedom, total number of degrees of possible degree of freedom. Possible, because why am I using the word possible? This can be both the things can be restrained or both the things can be free also. So if it is free, then both the things are free. Suppose it's a cantilever, then both the things are free. So possible degree of freedom will be same as the freedom available for the structure. So possible degree of freedom, put the word, you should not get confused with the possible degree of freedom. This is for any structure, any type of beam. So any type of beam, number of degrees of freedom of a joint into number of joints. Number of freedom, degree of freedom for a joint into number of joints. 2 into 4 is equal to 8. 2 into 4 is equal to 8. So already we have given number of degrees of freedom for a joint. So compute, you need not give this value. You need not give this value. Only it is enough if you give the number of joints, that is total ND is equal to. So ND, students usually get confused with the value ND. ND is the total number of degrees for the entire beam. You can use any notation, but for this particular program what I have developed, I have used the notation ND. So this is over. This is over. Then number of degrees of freedom available for this structure. Number of degrees of freedom. What is the number of degree of freedom? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So number of degrees of freedom, I told this 1 is not there, 3 is not there, 5 is not there, 7 and 8 are not there. So what we have freedom is, even though possible values are 8, among this possible, some things are restrained. 1 is restrained, 3 is restrained, 5 is restrained, and 7 and 8 are restrained. So what we have remaining is 2, 4, 6. So these, whatever I put tick mark, these are the degrees of freedom. Free, that is, they are free to rotate. This end is free to rotate. This end is free to rotate. This end is free to rotate, and this end is also free to rotate. Is free to rotate. So these are the possible degrees of freedom. So totally possible degrees of freedom are 8. But now we are going to calculate what is available for the structure. That is equal to ND minus NR. NR already we have calculated. Am I correct? I have given the value of NR is equal to 5. So that is equal to N is equal to, what is ND is equal to 8 minus 5. NR is equal to 5. That is equal to 3. So N is the, write down. N is the degree of freedom, DOF, we used to call degree of freedom, available for the structure. Available for this beam. So it's correct only, no? I have put a tick mark over 6. Sorry, 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. So 2, 4, 6 means 3. That is the degree of freedom available. So by the calculation, computer also it will calculate 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. So any confusion up to this one?
Ma'am, what is NR, ma'am?
What is?
NR.
Where N not N D.
NR means what, ma'am?
Number of restraints. Number of restraints. We have given at the top now. Number of restraints are 5. We are calculating now what are the things restrained. 1 is restrained. 3 is restrained. 5 is restrained. 7 and 8 are restrained. So when you count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number of restraints are 5. So possible degree of freedom is 8. Possible degree of freedom is 8. Among the 8, am I correct? Possible degree of freedom are 8? No. 2, 4, 6, 8. So among this 8, what are things restrained? 5 are restrained. This is what are things restrained? 1 is restrained. 3 is restrained. 5 is restrained. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is restrained, and 8 is also restraint. So these are the restraints. So restraints is equal to, number of restraints is equal to 5. NR is equal to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just you go through, I'll give you 2 minutes, just you go through what we have learned so far. Up to this one, you will be in a position to tell. Up to this one. All these things you should be in a position to tell. Any confusion, this one, can you keep it this one in memory? So what we have given us, number of members we have given, number of joints. Our aim is to calculate N and MD. I'll teach you later, just to understand what is up to N. So for calculating N, we need number of degrees of freedom for a structure, possible degree of freedom for a structure, and NR is the number of degree of freedom for the structure, so number of restraints. So the opposite word for the freedom is restraints. So number of restraints we are calculated initially and given, that is equal to NR is equal to 5. Number of restraint joint is equal to 4. So initial things only you may get confused. So what are the things you remember? 1, that is M, you have to remember. 2, 3, 4. Of course, you need not worry about 4. Then the coordinate 5, then 6, 7, 8. So far, 8 things we have learned. That is, one is the number of members, number of joints. So first thing is you have to talk about the member, then you have to talk about the number of joints. How many joints are there? Among the joints, number of restraints, how many are there? And the number of restraint joints are there. So these 4 values, initially you have to give an input of 4 things. 1, 2, 3, 4. Afterwards, you have to give something about the joint coordinate. So joint coordinate is easy. That is, we are given 0, 0, x1 coordinate. This is it 6 and 0. This is 14 and 0. This is 19 and 0, because y coordinate it is 0. So that we have given here. X of x of 1 is equal to 0, y of 1 is equal to 0, x of 2 is equal to 6, y of 2 is equal to 6, 0, x of 3 is equal to 14, y of 3 is equal to 0, x of 4 is equal to 19, y of 4 is equal to 0. Then number of degrees of freedom of a joint. Number of degrees of freedom of a joint is equal to 2. Then ND, calculate number of degrees of freedom for the total structure, possible degree of freedom system. Then what is number of degree of freedom for this structure? Just to spend 2 minutes and just to keep it in your memory. Is it possible for you to keep up to this one in your memory with understanding? Because this will you may get bored. Now I'll what you do is, this is a small program to write up to the stiffness matrix. It will calculate and keep it. You leave some 3 pages in your note. Leave some 3 pages in your note, and you take down this question. That is, a small question. Let us take. Write a program. Or let us take this is equal to 5. This is equal to 5 and this is equal to 5. Write a program to find the number of degree of freedom for this for the given beam leave some 3 pages because this is a new thing. Just I want you to make it interesting. Once you do it yourself, you will find it easy. So what I have asked is write a program to find out number of degrees of freedom for the given. What I have asked is this n I am asking you to find out. N is the number of degree of freedom for the given beam. NDJ is the ND. There is a difference between ND and N. ND is the possible degree of freedom and N is the number of degree of freedom available for this particular beam. So what I am asking is, and you need not write the member coordinate. What I am asking is this M you have to find out, NJ you have to find out, NR, NRJ. Then you can directly move on to NDJ and ND and N. Up to this one, can you find it or tell me? Write the program and tell me. Don't calculate and tell me. Write a program. And the second part of the question is write a program to write a program. After 3 pages, you start writing. Slowly you do this one. Write a program to calculate the joint coordinates for the given beam. Can you write it? These 2 things you write. So the second part of the question is I'm asking you to write this portion. Do it now. So if possible, you memorize it with understanding and then you start writing. If you're finished, just you read me. Who will read? Kalayaris, I didn't hear anything from you. Today, Kalayaris should read the first one and Kritika should read the second part of the program. Kalayaris, once you finish, you read. Just read it. So when I'm asking the question, I'll ask like this only, part by part only. I'll ask you to do. Anyone has finished? Kalayaras has finished the first part.
Writing.
Yeah. Once you finish it, you read it.
Ma'am?
Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, what is max of, ma'am?
M max, number of members. Maximum number of members.
Ma'am, max AF, ma'am.
Any notation you can change the notation because I have kept like that. You can change it also for your convenience. Maximum number of members.
Ma'am, purila ma'am.
You can you can write any notation. Max M, maximum number of members. Simply I have kept it as max F.
Ma'am, how it is 10, ma'am, there?
No. This program will this max F now it is not useful. I think you need not worry about that max F. You just need not write also now. For this program, what I have asked, you need not write these two things because it's not needed. When you go to the formulation of stiffness matrix, you need this max F. Maximum number of members. Generally, this program will look into 10 members. It can accommodate only 10 members. This 10 members. Here we have 3 members. This particular program can accommodate 10 members like that. It's a generalized thing. It's not particular to the, it's not specific to this particular beam. It's a generalized one. So for this one, just avoid. I'll explain what is this later.
Ma'am.
Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, number of restraints எப்படி மேம்? இதுக்கு
Number of
6 வருமா 5 வருமா மேம்?
எப்படி வரும்? Number of restraints how much?
Ma'am, 6 ma'am.
எப்படி சொல்லு. எதெல்லாம் ரெஸ்ட்ரெயின்ட் இருக்கு?
U1 0.
1 and 2 ma'am.
You are not equal to 0.
3 restrained, am I correct?
3 5
3 5
7 8
7 8. அப்ப எவ்வளவு ஆகுது? 1 2 3
Six.
4 5 6.
Correct, ma'am.
6 only. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Restraints are 6.
Ma'am.
Ah,
Ma'am, NR, NRJ, அது என்ன மேம் டிஃபரன்ஸ்? நம்பர் ஆஃப்
NR is
restraint
number of
joints சொன்னீங்க.
restrained joints. Number of restrained joints means how many joints are restrained. So this is the first joint is restrained, second joint is restrained, third joint is restrained. Suppose if it's a cantilever, if 4 1. If suppose if it's a cantilever, how many joints are restrained? 1 2 3. 3 joints are there. How many joints are restrained? 1 and 2 are restrained. Am I correct?
Yes,
3
ma'am.
is
Third
free.
one not restrained.
Yeah,
Okay, ma'am.
yeah. Finished? There is a colors. Have you finished?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you read it? What you have written?
Numbers 3, ma'am.
M is equal to 3.
Number of joints 4.
Okay.
Number of restraint 6.
Okay.
Number of restraint joints 4.
Okay.
Then joint coordinate.
Join coordinate. Somebody else will read. You need not read. The first question. Read the answer for the first question itself. First question. I didn't ask you to write the joint coordinate. Am I correct? Member information you have to give. What is NDJ? NDJ.
2, ma'am.
2. Suppose it's a frame means what is NDJ? Suppose this is a frame. Frame means what is the NDJ? Number of degree of freedom for a joint. Plane frame. Can anyone tell me? If it's a frame, number of degrees of freedom for a joint. This particularly, if you take this joint, what is the degree of freedom for a joint? Or if you take this one. Possible. Number of degree, possible degree of freedom for a joint. Can you tell me?
4, ma'am.
How far?
2, ma'am.
எப்படி ஒரு ஜாயிண்ட்டுக்கு இங்க என்ன இருக்கும்? Possible. I'm talking about the possible. 1 horizontal 1, vertical 2. This is 3. For beam, you will have only vertical and rotation. But the horizontal effect we are not considering the case. So number of degrees of freedom of frame means it is 3. Instead of this 2, if it's a frame,
3 direction.
yeah.
Okay.
How do you analyze the frame? How do you analyze the plane frame? How did you number it? Number the joints. The horizontal as 1, am I correct? Vertical as 2, and this is 3. So number of degrees of freedom for a joint is 3. What is n? What is the answer for nd you will get? ndj into n. Oh, so it is 2 into 4, 8. Okay, 8. What about n? Degree of freedom for this joint?
2.
8 minus?
8 minus 6, 2, ma'am.
2. 2. What are the degrees of freedom? You have rotation degrees of freedom here and the rotation degrees of freedom here. Other things are distinct. Now you understood? Somebody can read the coordinate? Kritika, you can read it? Or
I
Sweda,
can.
anyone? Yeah.
0,
Coordinate.
0. Next one is 0, 5.
5,
0. 5, 0.
5, 0.
10, 0.
10, 0.
Next one is 15, 0.
15, 0. How did you write the program for that? x1 of 0 is equal to 0. x2 of did you write this member coordinator? Did you write? Colors, do you have it written? x1 of 0 is equal to 0, y1 of 0 is equal to 0, and x2 of x of 2, sorry, x of 2 is equal to 5, y of 2 is equal to 0. What is x of 3? X of 3 is 10,
10,
and
ma'am.
y of 0 is 0. X of 4 is equal to
15.
15. Y of 4 is equal to 0. So you will be able to write a program if I give a small examples like this. Am I correct? Will you be able to do? Up to this one you are clear, or you are having any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Up to this one you are clear. Now we will move on to the member coordinate. Member coordinate. That means first I will draw a bit of everything. So our problem is this one. Sorry. Okay, it is in eraser mode. Our problem is now we will move on to member coordinate. So once again I'll draw it. This is a problem. This is 6, am I correct? 6, what is the value? 6, the problem what you are dealing, 6, 8 and 5. 6, 8 and 5. So after this one 6, up to this one 8, and this is 5. Okay, now I am going to, now how did I number it? I am numbered as 1, join 2 and join 3 and join 4. So how it is the first member, I'll take another color. Take the color, the first member is, let us take this color and take. This is the first member. This is the second member. This is the third member. How they are connected? If you take the first member, how it is being connected? I told something about number of members are 3. So I didn't tell the computer whether the first member is connected with the node 1 and 2, or the first member is connected with the node 2 and 3, or the first member is connected with the node 3 and 4. I didn't instruct it. Now you have to give the instruction to the computer that the first member is connected with 1 and 2, the second member is connected with 2 and 3, and the third member is connected with 3 and 4. So that's what I have done here. J of 1 is equal to, that is first joined. First joined is connected with 1. JK means other end. That is this end, I'll call it as the first member. If you take it, it is JJ of 1. This is the first member. Then this is JK of 1. JK of 1. The member is 1. And if you take the second member, JJ of 2, and this end is 2. This is JK. JJ. You can use any notation because this is a one program I have developed. And JK of 2. JK of 2. Sorry. JK of 2. So this end is JJ of 1. Suppose if you take second member, third member, this is this joint. For the third member, it is JJ of 3, and this member it is JJ of third member. So the first member is 1. I saw JK. So one end is joined with the first joint is J. I'll call it as the next joint is for the member. This is J joint. This is K joint. Second member. This is the first member. First member 1 and 2. Then second member if you take J and K, it is connected with 2 and 3. Third member, it is connected with this joint. You look at this here. That is, it is joined. The first member is connected to 1 and 2. Second member is 2 and 3. Third member is 3 and 4. So I am giving here, see here. JJ of 1 is equal to JJ of 1 is, it is connected with the first member. This is the member. Member is connected with first joint. The other end of the member is connected with the second joint. Here I am mentioning the moment of inertia. Moment of inertia of first member. What is the moment of inertia of the first member? What is given in the question? Can you tell me? 27,000 kilonewton meter square. That's the first member. So this is the information about the first member. That is how it is being connected. First member is connected with the joint 1 and 2. Now we will move on to the second member. Second member is JJ of 2 is equal to, this is connected with 2 and 3. So second member is connected with, one end is connected with 2 and the other end is connected with 3 and its moment of inertia. Similarly, I have written for third member. That is JJ of the joint, joint 3 is connected with 3. Sorry, not this is this, whatever is inside this 1, 2 and 3 represents member. First member. This is first member. This is the line for the second member. If you want, you note it down also. This is for the third member. So first member is connected with 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Second member is connected with 2 and 3. Third member is connected with 3 and 4. 3 and 4. And the moment of inertia is given like this. So just copy down this one. So can you go and write for your program? That is the one question I have given. No, I asked you to leave 3 pages, and I have given a new problem. This is the problem what I am teaching in the class. Can you move to that problem and write up to this member coordinate, so that you may be well versed with it? And who will read it for me? Jagan can read it for me. Write the Bombay coordinate. After completing this one, you move on to that and read it.
Ma'am.
Tell me.
Ma'am, which problem, ma'am? 5, 5, 5 னு கொடுத்தீங்களா அந்த ப்ராப்ளமா இல்ல இந்த ப்ராப்ளம்?
இந்த ப்ராப்ளத்துக்கு I am given. I have explained, no?
Yes, ma'am.
New problem I have given, no? After 3 pages, I told you to write one problem, no?
Yes, ma'am.
இந்த ப்ராப்ளத்துக்கு வாசி.
அதுக்கு ப்ரோகிராம் எழுதணுமா?
ப்ரோக்ராம் எழுது. You might have written the program up to this one, no? For that one. member info வரைக்கும் எழுதிருங்க. member coordinate மட்டும் கேக்குறாங்க. member coordinate மட்டும் இது மட்டும் you start reading. For that one. For that you take that z value for that problem. Z value, that is EI value. EI value, you take it as 2 into 10 power 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 power 4. That is 20,000. You take it as 20,000. Throughout, it is common for all the members. 20,000. That's why it is EI value is given. No, EI value is given. Either you can write EI of 1 is equal to this one, or this one like this. But E value we need it differently. That is, you have to calculate AE by L, and what is that? Sorry. This is AE by L is not needed. 12 EI by L cube. So you have to calculate the value of EA. So EI value is given, and I value I have taken as 1 there. I have taken as the previous. If you check it here, I have taken I value as 1. Sorry, E value as 1. So this value I am taking it for EI. Otherwise, you have to write here EI of 1 is equal to 1, EI of 2 is equal to. That is also okay. EI of 1 is equal to 27,000, and EA of 2 is equal to 52,100, and EA of 3 is equal to 25,000. Anything you can write. Either you have to take E is equal to 1 there, or you have to write ZI. ZI means section modulus, moment of inertia. Moment of inertia, ZI. The notations you can change as you like. It is your will and wish. But I have used this notation when I developed the program. I found it easy and I have used it. I is the moment of inertia.
Ma'am?
Tell me.
Ma'am, the second sum, ma'am. First and second one, ma'am, U1, U2 வந்து fixed support, ma'am. அதுக்கு எப்படி not equal to 0?
Which one not equal to 0?
Ma'am, generally இப்போ இதுல fixed support எல்லாமே வந்து not equal to U வந்து not equal to 0ன்ற மாதிரி போடுறோம் மேம். பட் நம்ம stiffness matrix அதுல first sumல எல்லாம் போடுறப்போ fixed supportக்கு எல்லாமே வந்து equal to 0ன்னு போட்டோம் மேம்.
எதுல சொல்ற? ப்ரோக்ராமிங்ல சொல்றியா? This is restrained and this is restrained. Fixed supportக்கு ரெண்டுமே restrained. 1 and 2 are restrained.
So not equal to 0.
It is equal to 0. Displacements கிடையாது இல்லையா? U1 displacements இருக்கா இதுக்கு? It can't move, no. It is arrested.
Okay.
That member in the scale and a finger on the top of the finger, it's became like a simply supported. But the same thing, if I'm holding it with my 2 or 3 fingers, it will act as a fixed beam. So it is U2 is equal to 0 and 1 is equal to 0. Any confusion in this one?
புரியுது மேம்.
Have you written for the program what I have given?
மேம்
Tell me.
மேம் அந்த 12EI by L cube போட்டிருக்கீங்களா மேம்? அது வந்து A ஓட
ஆமா.
ஃபார்முலா மேம்.
நீ அங்க வரைக்கும் எழுத வேண்டாம். எங்க எழுதுக்க 12A
எழுதல மேம், அது கேக்குறேன் மேம், டவுட்டா இருக்கு.
12A by L cube வந்து what you are asking is what is the doubt?
மேம் அது எதோட ஃபார்முலா மேம்? எது கண்டுபிடிக்க அந்த போடுறோம் மேம் 12EI by L cube?
Stiffness matrixல வருது இல்லையா? What is the stiffness matrix? What is the number? 12EA by L cube. பீமுக்கு அதான ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகுது இல்லையா?
எஸ் மேம்.
12EA by L cube and இங்க எதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ண போறோம்னா?
எஸ் மேம்.
The question is what's the question? What's the question is to formulate the stiffness matrix. இந்த matrix formulate பண்ண போறோம். Global stiffness matrix. Matrix for the to formulate the global stiffness matrix. நம்ம நேத்துக்கு பார்த்தோம் இல்லையா?
எஸ் மேம்.
அந்த global stiffness matrix தான் இந்த ப்ரோக்ராம்ல formulate பண்ண போறோம்.
Okay.
Have you finished the member coordinate? Jagan, can you read it?
One second ma'am. Ma'am, member coordinate ma'am. JJ of 1 is equal to 1. And JK of 1 is equal to 2. ZI of 1 is equal to 20,000.
Okay.
Next one,
then
JJ of 2 is equal to 2. JK of 2 is equal to 3. ZI of 2 is equal to same 20,000.
Okay.
Third one, JJ of 3 is equal to 3. JK of 3 is equal to 4. ZI of 3 is equal to 20,000.
Okay. Now you understood, no? Any doubt? No doubt? Anybody in the class is having doubt? Kalayarasu, have you understood?
Ma'am, அது நம்ம சேஞ்ச் பண்ணிக்கலாம்ல மேம்?
என்ன சேஞ்ச் பண்ண போறப்பா?
JJ ன்னா அது நாம மாத்தி
எழுதலாம். You can use NK, NJ or MN, anything. Usually we will use, I'm using the notation J and K. You can use A and B also, nothing wrong. Or C and D. Okay. If I use the word C and D, for example, you can write JC, joined C of 1 is equal to 1, joined D of 1 is equal to 2. That is connected with the join. Even you can not use the word joined always. Just to represent joined, I have written. You can write very well. C of 1 is equal to 1 and D of 1 is equal to 2. You can write this is a joined 1 and this is joined 2. Why this problem will come is when you are using the go to the frame member, it will have a problem. Suppose if you are taking this as 1, this member as 2 and this is 3. Let us take the numbering. I'll start from here. For example, 1. I'll take another color. And I'll explain. So member I have marked it with the red color. Marked with the red color. Now I will take the joint with the blue color. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you tell me the first member, how it is connected. J of 1. The first member is connected with the joint. First member is connected with the joint. What should I write? 2. What is JK of 1? JK of 1 is equal to? The first member is connected with the joint 2 and 3. Am I correct? So JK of 1 is equal to 1 means this member. JK of 1 is equal to
3.
3. Can somebody, Kritika, can you tell me for the second member? This is second member. The vertical column is second member. JJ of 2 is equal to what? JK of 2 is equal to what? JJ of K is equal to, for the second member, you tell me. Start connecting from. What is JJ of 2? Kritika? Hello?
Ma'am.
JJ of 2 is equal to 2. JJ of 2 is equal to?
2, ma'am.
How it is 2? One minute.
I'm sorry, ma'am. 3, ma'am.
3. JJ of 2 is equal to 3. This is second member. No, this is second member. This is connected with 3. What is JK? JK of 2? JK of the second member. It is connected with join 3 and 2. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What about 3? Sweda, you tell me. What about the third member?
Ma'am, 4 and 3, ma'am.
4 and 3. Yeah, 4 and 3. Bottom to top. That is JJ of third member. It is 4. And JK of fourth third member is 4 and 3. This is the way you have to write. Now connectivity is changing. No, it is easy. Here it is 1, 2, 3 continuously coming. Here it is different. I have taken the beam as 1 and the column as 2 and 3. So the numbering also, but joint I have taken covered from in this direction. That is from here to here I'm going. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the connection is also different. That's why you have to tell something about the connection. Okay. So what you do is tomorrow either I'll take the first hour or I'll take the third hour. Okay. Third hour Ravikumar sir cover I'll take, or first hour I'll take. It depends. I'll put the calendar, I'll put the schedule, discuss with the staff, and I'll come to you. Because tomorrow we don't have any class. So I'll come to you. Okay. Any doubt in this one? And in this one, tomorrow I'll ask you to write a small surprise test in the programming. Because if you're not studying initially itself, you will get confused. Up to member coordinate, you have to write a small quiz. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
என்ன மாதிரி மேம் டீம் கேட்பீங்க? ப்ரோக்ராம் குவிஸ் மாதிரி
குவிஸ் மாதிரி கேட்பேன், அல்லது ப்ரோக்ராம் எழுதி அப்லோட் பண்ண சொல்லுவேன். யூ ஹேவ் டு பிராக்டிஸ் இட் ஆல்சோ. நோ, ப்ரோக்ராம் எழுதி அப்லோட் பண்ண சொல்லலாம். டிபெண்ட்ஸ். ஆர் குவிஸ். You have to. You have you done taken any assignment quiz in other subjects? Quiz ஏதாவது எழுதுனீங்களா?
ரிசர்ச் மெத்தட் இல்ல மேம்.
இல்ல. Tomorrow I'll tell you how to go to that one, and if possible we will do one assignment. Otherwise இது ஒரு கொஞ்சம் போரிங்கா போகுது. என்ன சொல்றது? It's not like a program. It may be very new to you. Computer science will do very fast. They will pick up fast because they will be familiar with the programming. But it is not very difficult. But you have to pay a little more attention. So the only thing I can make you to understand easy is the to write a test, so that you will only this one up to this one. Okay, no programming only, not the first unit. Shall we do it? Maybe in the first hour or on the third hour. Okay. Third hour Ravikumar sir, instead of Ravikumar sir I'll take, or instead of Parvati ma'am I'll take it. Okay. Shall we start with that? Shall we start today? How to say? Any doubt you want to ask? Any doubt in this one?
Ma'am.
No. Tell me.
Ma'am, and the NR, NRJ and the ND அது மட்டும் லாஸ்ட் ஒரு வாட்டி எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுங்க.
Explain பண்ணிறேன். Wait. Anything you ask me, I'll give you. 1 minute, I'll come. ஏன்னா இது கொஞ்சம் உங்களுக்கு கொஞ்சம் little bit difficult, not difficult, but you are not used to that. என்ன சொல்றது, ப்ரோக்ராமிங் யூஸாக இருக்கிறதுனால ஃபெமிலியர் இல்லாதனால you may find it difficult. What is your doubt? Wait. NR and NRJ, Jagan,
மெம்பர் இன்ஃபோ அது நாலுமே சும்மா ஒரு வாட்டி ஓரலா சொல்லுங்க மேம், அப்படியே நோட் பண்ணுங்க. MONJ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் லைன். மெம்பர் இன்ஃபோல இருக்க அந்த நாலுமே மேம்.
மெம்பர் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் மெம்பர்
அதுல இருக்க அந்த நாலுமே
NDJ. Okay, this one actually. NDJ is number of degrees of freedom for a joint. Am I correct? I will explain with the frame and this one. அப்போ உங்களுக்கு கன்ஃபியூஸ் ஆகாது. NDJனா number of freedom for a joint. இப்போ பீம்னா என்ன எவ்வளவு வருது?
செகண்ட் NRJ மேம். செகண்ட் லைன்ல NRJ
NRJ This one you are asking? Jagan, is it your doubt?
Yes ma'am.
NR, number of restraints. That is, if you take this problem, first you have to number it. Class அப்படி தானே போட்டோம். First number it பண்ணோம். கரெக்டா? 3, 4, 5, 6. இதுல எதெல்லாம் equal to 0? 1 is equal to 0. Correcta? 3 is equal to 0. U3 is equal to 0. U1 is equal to 0. And U5 is equal to 0. அப்ப எதெல்லாம் restraints இருக்கு? Restraint means they are 0 means it is restrained. Am I correct?
Yes ma'am.
Restraint is not free to move. Restrained ஆயிடுச்சு. It is displacement இருக்காது, rotation இருக்காது, displacement இருக்காது. U6 sorry U6 is equal to 0. Correct. இது fixed support இல்லையா? அப்ப இந்த ப்ராப்ளத்துல எவ்வளவு வருது restraints? 1, 2, 3, 4. இந்த கிளாஸ்ல போடுற மாதிரியே போடுங்க. Number of restraints is equal to 4. Now any confusion? NRJ னா number of restraint joints. எந்த joints எல்லாம் restraints ஆயிருக்கு? 1, 2, 3. If it's a cantilever, same thing. If I am doing this a cantilever, என்ன வரும்? restraint joints. இங்க 3 joints restraints ஆயிருக்கு. இங்க எத்தனை joint restraint ஆயிருக்கு? 2. கரெக்டா? 2 joints. This cantilever there is no restraint. Am I correct? No support இல்லையா? No support, this is not restraint.
2 தான் மேம் வரும்.
2 வரும். Okay. Any doubt? Any more doubt you have? Number of joints. எத்தனை joints இருக்கு? 1 இந்த ப்ராப்ளம் எடுத்தா 1, 2, 3. Number of joints number of restraint joints இங்க சேமா இருக்கு. Because cantilever இல்ல. கரெக்டா? There is no cantilever. If it's a cantilever, then number of joints and number of restraint joints will be different. Am I correct?
மேம் cantileverல அப்ப NJ வந்து 3 வருமா மேம்? Number of joints 3 வருமா மேம்?
Number of joints 3. Number of restraint joints 2 வருமா மேம்? 2. Yeah, 2.
மேம் அந்த ஃப்ரீ எண்டும் ஒரு ஜாயிண்டா கன்சிடர் பண்ணிடுமா மேம்?
கன்சிடர் பண்ணணும். அப்பதானே அது ஒரு மெம்பர் இல்லையா? இப்போ எப்படி மெம்பர் பண்ணுவ? How will you connect it to this? This is one member, this is second member. But this member, the one end is free. But this is restraint is there. Your confusion is clear?
Yes ma'am.
Anybody else? Kalayaras, have you got any confusion?
No, I got it.
Yeah, you got it. What about Kritika?
Okay, ma'am.
Kalarisu? That's Sweta?
No doubts, ma'am.
No doubts. Okay. Okay, we'll finish it off. Tomorrow you have to take a test. Okay. But I don't know. Mikias have joined. Kias and RGB, they didn't join. No, I think I have to teach them again. Okay, no problem. Because time permits me second teach. Otherwise, I have to take extra class only. Because exams, they may rush it off early. So I have to finish it off. If I finish it, then I can be, I can revise it and I can spend more time. That's why first we'll finish a portion. Then we can do some revisions. When you are doing revisions, some more things we can do some more assignments also. One more assignment I'll give you tomorrow. I'll conduct one test, maybe in the first hour or in the third hour. I'll ask the teachers and I'll confirm it to you. I'll put it in the group and in the calendar also. Okay.
மேம் இந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் டிஃபிகல்ட்டா இருக்கு மேம்.
கஷ்டமா இருக்கு இல்லையா? You practice, you study today, you study something you have to memorize, or otherwise shall I give an assignment tomorrow? You can do it. I will give one assignment, then you take a test. Which is your preference?
அசைன்மென்ட் கொடுத்துட்டு அப்புறம் டெஸ்ட்.
Assignment கொடுக்கவா?
Second one is preferable, ma'am.
Second one means?
First assignment பண்ணிட்டு டெஸ்ட் எழுதுறோம் மேம்.
Okay, okay. நான் அப்போ ஒரு question கொடுக்குறேன். Take down the question. You have to do it up to member coordinator. Up to member coordinator. The question is, that is, it's a continuous beam. One, two, three, 4 members, 5 members. We'll have 5 members. Okay. The first member is 1 meter. Second is 2 meter, 3 meter, then 1 meter, and this is also 1 meter. Have you taken the question? You take EA is equal to 20,000. So you have to write joint coordinate, member information, and member coordinate. Up to this one, can you do it?
Yes, ma'am.
To practice it, and we will discuss in the class itself. But afterwards, you have to upload it. So the question is to write a program. To find the number of degree of freedom, comma, I'll write it here. Member information, joint coordinate, comma, member coordinate. So these 3 things. First one is number of degrees of freedom. Number of degrees of freedom means up to this one you have to write n. Then joint coordinate means this part. Then member coordinate means this third part. So first one, second one, and third part. Have you copied?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we will finish it up. You do it as assignment, then I'll go for the quiz. Okay.
Okay.
Start recording.